So, I am here in Devon. I've ventured really far and I'm here with Viva Barefoot. I've just put on a wetsuit because we're going to be going for a river float. We're in a place called Bantham near Totnes and Alex is here with me. I'm in my little bell tent getting changed. Yeah, it's going to be a fun few days. I'm really looking forward to it. There's going to be lots of activities and fun things that we're going to be doing, including this little river float, so let's go. I wish I brought my GoPro. I can't take you with me, but I'll let you know how it is afterwards. So we just got back from our swim. It was lovely. It wasn't really a swim. It was more like we got in the river and then the river made us just like float. So we just all got on our backs and you just sort of float down the river, which was really nice. Alex, are you peeping? He's being a peeping Tom. But yeah, it was really fun. I would definitely do that again. It was lovely, and now we're going to all jump in the shower and have some dinner, and I'm so ready. I'm so hungry. Morning.
Morning.
It is Thursday morning and we've just had our first night in these bell tents. It was actually not bad. The only issue is someone borrowed our toothpaste and they've not returned it, and I hate that feeling so much. Yeah. So we're gonna have to hunt them down at breakfast, but we're going to breakfast now and then I think we're doing a barefoot walk and lots of other fun things for the day, so adventure time. So we just did our barefoot walk, which is a bit of a demonstration of like how your feet should be hitting the ground, like flat-footed, and a lot of the issues we have with our backs and knees and stuff is to do with the shoes we're wearing. And I've actually worn barefoot shoes for a while now because they sent me a pair like 2 or 3 years ago, and I always wear them to the gym. You've probably seen them on me before. I find them the most comfortable to wear to the gym because when you're doing squats and things, you have like full range of motion and it like trains your body to, like they were just telling us to like squat down, and it trains your body to actually have your feet flat rather than cushioned with a heel or with your toes like up. Sorry, I'm walking up a hill holding a camera and talking, but yeah, it like teaches you to do that. And personally I love barefoot shoes and I wear them all the time for that reason.
Talking about your little toe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of modern shoes, your little toe's so squeezed that it's not doing any supporting of your foot and your leg.
Yeah, because you're saying it should be like a triangle, like your big foot, your little toe. Your big toe, your little toe, and then the ball of your foot, or the heel of your foot. Very interesting. So we're going to a workshop now, and then I think it's going to be some lunch.
Okay, so we'll have a little talk about nettles. So nettles are one of our UK superfoods. So they've got the Latin urtica dioica. So the dioica, those means that they're either male or female plants. So it's this time of year we're looking at the seeds of the plants. So there's a few places here where it's been cut back and we've got the fresh growth, and we can eat those ones. But it's the, to show you an example. So the male ones have little balls,
Always.
And they sort of come off they're a bit erect as well, they come off at an angle. Female seeds sort of tend to hang down,
Yes,
and they're much heavier and flatter seeds, like a kind of small lentil.
Can I see the balls? Like a lady. I'd like
Lost
to
it.
know what you mean.
This is some seeds off of a nettle. Apparently we can eat this.
But the pollinator then do their job. Just that early sort of spring when nutrition's there. Or like being cut down.
Doesn't really taste of anything, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
It's fine. Doesn't taste of much.
So this is a lovely coastal plant. This is called sea beet. This plant.
It looks like
Chard.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the origin of all the beets we have today that are grown commercially. So like chard, beetroot, a lot of them come from this original plant.
Can I try some?
Literally just sea beet.
Take a bit. Just
I'm trying to rip it.
Bit of salt. Brilliant.
what does it taste like?
Let's go a bit.
Oh wow.
Sea beet.
That was quite nice. Eating grass. Very strong.
It's supposed to like swallow it in the mouth and then spit it out, so it doesn't get dry.
Yeah, it does taste like grass.
Exactly.
It's the fruit leather.
I think you had to use like an apple or a medium.
It's like a fruit winder.
They're sweet.
Was this rock samphire? Oh, it's really strong. Tastes a bit like lemony soap. Do you like my glitter? We've just come back to the tent to chill out.
Yes.
I think you need to get some glitter.
Didn't know she was giving it out.
But everyone's gone on a swim run, which I was fully on board with doing. But I started my period literally in the middle of today, and my energy was just so low that I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm glad I made that decision because I just started to feel really tired. So we came back to the tent and I just felt not very well and a bit sick. And honestly, I think I feel like this because we've just been travelling a lot. We were up in Surrey, so we drove home on Monday, and then we went to visit our wedding venue on Tuesday, which was a lot of driving, and then travelled up here. So I think it's the accumulation of that, and then you know, when you're meeting new people, and we did lots of things yesterday and sleeping in the tent and stuff, I think my energy is just a bit lower. So I just made the decision it's probably not a good idea for me to be going and doing something outside of my comfort zone like that. Like, I wouldn't have minded if it was just a dip in the sea, but swim run probably was a bit much. But I'm sad because any other day of the month I would have done it, and I was really looking forward to it yesterday because I like doing the new fun challenges. But Alex is keeping me company. You weren't that fussed about doing it anyway.
Right, if I could snap my fingers and be there in a wetsuit, ready, yeah, sure. But it's the process of, like, my feet are still soaking wet because both my pairs of shoes are wet because it's so the ground's so wet and like dewy.
Yeah.
And getting in a wetsuit, it's just, do I want to go through that horrible sensation, like trying to get? Oh, it's such a horrible feeling.
I think it's because we're just both tired from what we've been up to because we've been away and stuff. So if we'd done this, I was saying to Alex, like, if we'd done this in like a month or something, we'd have been so ready and raring.
Yeah,
because we were a bit tired.
This was originally meant to be, they said, at the summer solstice.
Yeah.
So it would have been nicer weather and like longer days, and I don't feel so, because I'm like, will I regret if I wake up tomorrow? Will I regret not having done this, for example. I think, well, probably not, because like we live by the sea anyway. So
Yeah.
if I want to go to the beach, if I want to go swimming, I can. So.
But we had a really nice, it's called swoosh yesterday. So you basically, you get in the river and then the river current swooshes you down, and it was really fun because you just like lay on your back and you float in your wetsuit. And I've never done that before, and it was really, really fun. So I think they're doing that for the swim run. They're doing that to begin with, and then I think they get off where we got off yesterday. They run for a bit, and then I think they get back in the sea or the river and swim again. And I think that's the point, yeah, the whole point. And I think some people are like going to be just doing the first bit and then maybe walking. So it's definitely catered to all abilities and stuff. But yeah, I just had to come back to the tent because I was like overcome with just feeling a bit like, all you guys who have periods, you'll know that feeling when you start your period and you suddenly feel like, I need to lie down for a second because I just... So anyway, we're going to lie down and then go up there when we've had a little bit of a lay down, probably in an hour or so. I don't know how long they'll be, but this glitter, I smudged it a little bit. And yeah, I think it's just dinner tonight, maybe another talk or something. We had quite an intense workshop today. Just all about the environment and our emotions around climate change. And we all wrote a letter to the earth. And yeah, just sort of talked about the future and stuff. And I think this evening it's probably just dinner again and another talk, and then maybe I think we're leaving again in the morning. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's been fun, but when we get home I can show you some bits that have been happening because our kitchen's been painted and we'll get some progress with the garage.
That'd be nice.
I'm excited to see Roxy and hang out with her. I forgot to say as well about our foraging. That was really fun. He took us around and we foraged some plants, and I'm definitely, when I get home, gonna get some stuff from Cornish Seaweed Company because he mentioned them, and nibble on some seaweed because it's very good for you. Apparently it's got lots and lots of things that are very good for you and also very good for the environment because it absorbs all the crap basically in the environment and in your body. So yeah, should we get some seaweed crisps when we get home? I want to get some like seaweed to sprinkle on salads and stuff. And he said we ate some of his like roasted dulse. Is that what it's called?
Dulse. Yeah.
Dulse. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward, with sparks in the air. He would stare at her in class, and she would try to act cool, but it was obvious, like, ooh, they would be together, ooh. And one day she said, write me a love song, 'cause I know you'll make it beautiful. Maybe I'll call you my sweetheart and promise nobody can steal me away. Then I am your own.
Good afternoon. Hello, Cece. We're officially back home and the weather is glorious. Look at this. It doesn't even feel like autumn, but we're back home and I thought I would show you what's been going on whilst we've been away. The main thing that's been happening whilst we've been away is our kitchen being painted, and it's a mess because we're having to like, well, I mean I always say this, because we're having to like half use the kitchen but also half not. We've just got like random stuff in here, but yeah, we've had progress, so I'll show you. So as you can see, they've done lots of work painting. We've had the cupboards painted, the ceilings have been painted, this wall's been painted. Definitely needs another, I think it needs probably another one coat, I think, on the walls, he said, and then 2 coats on the cupboards, and obviously the door's going to be painted, as is this one, but it's looking so much better. This is all done. Ignore all that, that's the stuff we've just taken out the dishwasher, but we've got nowhere really to put it. We've got the shelves have gone green, and over here it's all white, and it's just looking so much brighter. I'm using the G7X, so the wide angle lens is not it's not on this camera, but yeah, you can just feel the room, how much brighter it is, just by being white now. And it just is amazing, and I just love the combination of the wood, this, and the walls. And then the next job is to get rid of this horrible, horrible varnish on this floor, so it can be more in keeping with the beams. And I'm sorry if I'm moving the camera around fast, I'm trying to show you, but I just think you can really see now how the cupboards that we built, so these, this freezer and this cupboard here are new, how it like ties into the kitchen. So the idea was that the kitchen went from being just like one side, which for a kitchen of this size was just not enough. It felt like it needed more because it's just like one bit there. So now instead of it just being one side, it's like an L shape, and it brings it all together, I think, and it makes it feel more symmetrical. If you will ignore, this is like the food and shopping that it's just, yeah, ignore all of this. Yeah, if you look at the Arga, it just looks more symmetrical now because there's like two cupboards on either side, which is wonderful. And then we've obviously got our fridge cupboard here, which again kind of just makes it a bit more rounded. And yeah, it's just all very bright and neat and new. They're here for, I think, another few days. They've got one more coat on the walls, 2 more coats on the cupboards, and then just like finishing off bits, and then they'll be done. And then the plan is to sand the floors. We did try and book people, but nobody had any time. It was one of those things that just kind of slipped through the net. I originally had contacted someone like ages ago to do the floors, and they quoted a price that was a bit high, so then I left it. And then when we ended up getting the decorator, I forgot about us having to do the floors, and I kind of wish I'd contacted a few others to get the floors done professionally, so we wouldn't have had to have done it at a more affordable price. But I didn't get around to doing it, so I'm just going to bite the bullet, because now it will just take months to wait for somebody, and it's going to cause a mess because it's going to be dusty. So I only want to move our stuff back into the kitchen once the floors have been done, because the dust it's going to create. So we're going to do that ourselves. I'm going to get my mum and dad to come help, and I'm not going to be too fussy about it because I'm not someone who wants like pristine perfect floors, and eventually one day I'm going to change the floors anyway because I don't really like them. We would have done it this time around, I think I mentioned that, but we want to do stuff with our hallway and potentially an extension, so it just wasn't a priority because it would cost a lot of money, and we just thought best do the floors as a whole when we plan like the rest of the house. So for now it's more of a just make it look better, and we're going to get the slate floor all cleaned and sorted out. So those are the final things, and then it will be the fun bit where we'll like do the dresser. I'm going to paint the dresser, we'll be doing the hinges, and then decorating and moving everything in and organising, and I can't wait to do that with you, where we like put everything in its place, because we've got so much storage now, so I can put everything in the cupboards, and I can have my dream pantry, and it's going to feel like a kitchen again, because it's kind of hard to imagine what it's going to end up looking like when it's still a bit of a renovation site. And whilst we've been away, lots has been happening in our garage, which I think I mentioned in a couple of videos ago. So let's go outside and have a look. So as you can see, they have taken off the doors that were originally here. I wonder if I can get in. Oh no, okay, they've stapled it. I'm not going to be able to show you. But these were doors. I'll insert a picture. The doors are gone, and they've put a frame up, and eventually that will just become a new wall. And I think they had to move the manhole, so that's underneath this. And basically that's going to become a wall, and then we're going to clad it with some kind of like shiplap cladding, and the same on the other side. I'll take you around the other side, and it's going to become a new room. We kind of think it's going to be called like a garden room, because technically that's what it is. Oopsie! Because you can't get into it from our house, so we'll get into it by coming outside, because we're getting rid of the garage doors. Whoa, I'm very blown out from the sun. There we go. So yeah, there were garage doors there, but we're not going to be using it as a garage, we're going to be using it as a room. So we're actually going to be having doors on this side, but it'll be lovely French doors. Look at the creeper, it's all gone red. How beautiful is that? Look at it. Oh my gosh. Hello, Frankie. Hello, Zeus. You both sunbathing. So if you come round here with me, you can see that they've removed all of this crap. The tree has gone. They're going to have to move all of this stone and stuff. I did not know that there was a wall here. But basically, that was where the window was. That's gone. We're going to have a door from here to probably about here, like a French door. And yeah, it'll be great. So we can get in there from the garden, and hopefully the roof will be done soon. There was a bit of a delay on the roof because the Velux window parts we ordered were wrong. So we're waiting on that, and everywhere we speak to, they don't have it, and it will take a couple weeks. So yeah, we're just waiting on that. That's the update basically. So close. It's kind of like showing you stuff that's happened but nothing's happened. Like, it's happened but there's still so much to go still. This kitchen like renovation has taken so much longer than I ever expected, and I think that's partly due to the fact that we weren't ripping it out and starting from scratch, getting a kitchen company in and doing it like that. It was lots of higgledy-piggledy, like building of cupboards by a carpenter and getting our wood burner changed, and just every part just was a bit slower, and the issues we had with the electrics, but I kind of knew that the job would be massive, so I wanted to get it over with. And when it is over with, everything else I know will be so much easier to tackle. We did also receive our delivery for our bathroom stuff. It came a lot earlier than I expected, but it means that we can now book that in to get done, and we're just gonna have to store it. I think we'll put it in the garage until it gets done in the new year. But that's exciting too, because it means that we'll actually have a functioning bathroom, because right now I'm just so nervous every single time I use it that it's leaking somewhere. It isn't, it's fine, but it just doesn't feel like it's been done properly, so it makes me feel nervous. And when we moved in, and there was quite a few leaks from both, bathrooms, so I'm just on edge until it's like completely ripped out and done from scratch. But yeah, we got loads of bits from Burlington, and I'm just so excited. I actually can't wait. It's going to be incredible. I'm so excited. And also, very excitingly, yesterday we officially booked our wedding venue, and we booked our celebrant, and we also booked our caterers. So we have our wedding date, and it's next year, and I just can't wait. And there's so many fun things to come with that. So lots going on all at the same time. Actually really happy to be home. We've been away a lot, and I'm just happy to be at home and just to settle in for the autumn and the winter, and just feel like myself again and get into a routine. And hopefully by the end of this month our kitchen will be 100% finished, hopefully.